America is awash in subtards, illiterate, stupid, monosyllabic, untrainable, untreatable, uneducable idiots. We are desperately, absolutely in need of the best of the best of the best. And what do we have? Who's getting in the way? Such luminaries, I think, as what? Steve Bannon or Ann Coulter, Laura Loomer. Shut the up. Nobody elected you to anything. Why is it that the Democrats, they never argue in public? They whatever, say what you want about these people. Whenever there's something to be done, they act in unison. Not us. Oh, no, or not the Republicans. I don't know. I don't care what Steve Bannon says. I don't care about Candace Owens, Kopechne, or whatever his name is. I don't care about these people. Tucker, Ben Shapiro, Candace, I don't care what they say. I didn't elect you. If you have something nice to say, great. Who cares? Get out of the way and let the president run this country. Who do you think you are? Ann Coulter was walking around for years saying, I don't like he said he was going to stop the immigration. Do me a favor. Honey, who are you? Who are you? You really need to be brought down a notch or two. Who are you? I didn't elect you. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but do me a favor if you could. Shut up. Laura Loomer, you want to get into a pissing match with Elon Musk? Why? Listen, I always kind of liked your spunk. Why do you not get along with anyone? What is going on here? We have a bunch of these perpetual misfits, always angry, always empingado. Now, let me explain something to you. Very simple. Number one, we have to get rid of the illegals. Do you know why the illegals are a problem? Let me see if I can explain this to you. First, they come in, and many of them are criminals. Not just folks who, crosswalks. I mean, really bad folks. All right? That's number one. Number two, they overtax and absolutely flood our school systems, our cities, and we don't have the resources. Some of them they don't add anything to our society. I mean, they work hard. They're not bad people, most of them. But no, they're illegals. People who storm over the border is one thing. Let me say this again. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? Let me say this again. Let me see if I can put this into perspective. Laura, is it Laura? Laura Loomer. And Ann Coulter, and whoever the hell thinks you run the show, whoever thinks that somehow your word means something, that we're supposed to stop what you're doing because you don't like it. Now, granted, again, I'm telling you, say whatever you want. I don't want to shut you off. I really don't like any kind of, and I don't know what this algorithm thing is. I don't know what this is. But do me a favor, shut up. I didn't vote you. So do me a favor, President Trump and Vivek, you're on there, and Elon, ignore these people. You do what you want. Who is Steve Bannon? No, seriously, who is good? Go give her a call. Send her flowers. What the hell does this have to do with anything? This is what I'm telling you. This is where we've become. Just like this fan club. She's the best. What are you, a child? What does this mean? I like her. Okay, good. What is this? Where am I? The only thing standing in the way of making America great is Americans. I want this country to be the best. And if it takes 1 million more or 10 billion or whatever it is, educated people, not handing out, H-1Bs. I'm not talking about that. But to come in and work, make America great, not by turning some racket, some socket wrench. You think Steve Bannon's going to do this? What does Steve Bannon bring to this country? What? What do I bring? I'm serious. If I sit there and go, you're not going to do it. I say, excuse me, who are you? Who are you? We got the richest man in the world. Both of these people have done something. Well, you can argue whether they do or not. And I've got Laura Loomer. Is it Lara? Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer. I'm so goddamn confused. Laura. And I've always liked her kind of her Laura Loomer. I like her spunk. She's always getting upset. She just basically loves being a pain in the ass. She's just like Candace Owen. They like being just obstreperous. Okay, good for you. Good, Toby. Have a seat. You've made that clear. I like her. Go like her. Go ahead. Like her all you want. Like her. Love her. Just, she doesn't run the show. She's not elected to anything. I want to make this country a powerhouse, and we're not going to do it with the subtards we've got running around this place. Now, if you don't like that, sorry. Our culture sucks. We have morons, animals, brutes, savages, hominids of all shapes and sizes and colors. You see them beat this poor man did you see this one in this prison? Did you see that? Huh? Oh, that's good. You like that? Make America great again. Who are these animals? He's handcuffed. Oh, that's okay, right? Is that different? Is that all right? We got this Fannie Willis, this cretin. Finally, they're going to be able to, thank God, be able to subpoena her. She's a moron. She's a DEI moron, along with that nincompoop, that subliterate Nathan Wade, and the whole crew. Look at the culture. Look at the NYPD police department. Oh my God. Look at the upper echelon. They're all running. Who are these people? I can't pronounce their name. I don't know who they are. I don't know where they're from. We got one guy who's demanding sex from another one who's working overtime 30 hours a day. I mean, look. Everywhere I go, I got this one that wants to be called a jur. I got this one that wants to be called a G. This one, I got people who can barely pass their standardized, their testings, whatever. And you're arguing with me that you don't want to just beg elite engineers, mathematicians, scientists, artists, even forget art, mathematicians, please come here, please. And by the way, I have a new idea. I want to take a bunch of people, and I want them to say, especially in the city of New York, for example, we have maybe, I think 2,000 people that we know of that commit like 90% of the crimes. I don't want them crimes. I don't want them deported. I want them exiled. I want to bring back exile. I want you're a bunch of misfits. You are a walking genetic nightmare. You keep hatching more and more. And by the way, this covers a lot of groups. We're not talking Indian people, Chinese people, Albanian people, Russians, Israelis, most Europeans. Nope. The scum of the earth are Americans. The worst people in our country are Americans. And that's what you're so proud of? That's it? Because they were born there? They were hatched here? Is that it? Think about this. The worst of the worst of the worst. Oh, we had a couple of losers here. That guy from Guatemala who's high on synth. Okay, I'll give you that one. I don't care what you want to do. Luigi Reistadaminga, the genius, American. Genius, American. Serial killers, American. The people who are involved in 99% of all human, I don't want to use that word, let's say transportation and subjugation, American. American. Look at all of the horrors during the Black Lives Matter, American. All of the riots, American. American. Not Chinese, not Indian, not Pakistani, not Iranian, not Lebanese, not even lesbians, Americans. We suck. Okay? We're great at this. Yay! But if we think that we're going to compete on this team without getting the best of the best of the best, okay? I'm going to say it again to you. If you have a team you want to recruit, when Saudi Arabia has a soccer team and they want to get Lionel Messi or they want to get Ronaldo, whoever it is, they want to get the best. They want to get the best. They don't care who they are. They don't care who they are. They want the best. We don't care about the best. But no, we've got all these MAGA people screaming and yelling. Who are they? I love them. I love them. This is what I've got to deal with. We're going to hell in a handbasket, straight down a shithole with a bunch of these loudmouth who think they own the country. They're the conservatives. They're the Republicans. They're the ones. Oh, no. But Ben Shapiro, no. Candace Owens, no. Tucker Carlson, no. Oh, he knows. Oh, no, it's Charlie, what's his name? And then this one, and then you got probiotic, and then you got, who is this? And we got CPAC and APAC, and they all sound like antihistamines. We got that. We got Fox News. We got Sean Hannity. Excuse me. I didn't vote for any of you people. Who are you? You pompous ignoramus. Who do you think you are? You're standing in the way of get out of the way. Get out of the way. I swear to God. And the only reason, and the best is when people come out, they say, well, there seems to be a deep schism. Let me tell you something about these. Democrats. You can laugh, you can say whatever you want. They never turn on their guy. They were so good. They stuck with Biden the whole time, even though they knew he was gone. And what do? Oh, no. We all yell the loudest. I love Larry Loomer. That's who we are. We turn into this little bunch of like babies. This, I don't know what this is. What are you off? This a fan club? Who do you think is going to make this country great? Laura Loomer? And I have no problem with her, but shut up. Same thing for Ann Coulter. Ann, seriously, you got some problems. I think we know what they are. You got some serious issues, steamer trunk, emotional baggage. I don't know what your problem is. You were just always pissed off constantly. And Steve Bannon, I don't know what he's talking about. I, honest to God, do not know what the hell he's talking about. And I don't want him to stop. But Steve, nobody voted you for anything. So do me a favor. Go over there and yap. But I voted for President Trump. Now here's a very serious word from a very serious sponsor. Listen to this. New reports reveal that the average person has $8,674 in credit card debt. Plus, the total average consumer debt is a shocking $104,215 between mortgages, auto loans, student loans, credit cards, and unsecured loans. Unfortunately, without outside assistance, many will continue digging themselves deeper and deeper into the hole of debt. Now, I've advised and counseled friends and clients for years who want to take back control of individual debt about this secret weapon that has helped so many consolidate everything owed into one affordable monthly payment. They even helped negotiate a settlement agreement that will allow you to pay less than the total balance. Listen, they settled over $275 million in debt, and they've helped people become debt-free in an average of 28 months. I've had such an incredible experience referring clients and friends that I wanted to partner with them here and introduce their services to you, my loyal Lionel Nation family. If you want a helping hand to get out of debt, I absolutely, positively, and strenuously recommend booking a free consultation now by going to nodebtwithlionel.com. Look at the address. Once again, that's nodebtwithlionel.com. Use the link I've provided under the title. Listen to me. You can take control and learn how to get out of debt now. I want you to read this. You're going to love this one. Steve Bannon. Again, by the way, this is a man who has one jacket to his name. Okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. For some reason, I don't know why, you love a man who wears one jacket. This thing must stand up by itself. It probably comes when called. Steve Bannon, the sartorial pundit, he says that this is, Elon Musk's true colors showing amid H-1B visa war. Now let's get something straight, okay? Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. I do not want this country to be flooded with all kinds of people taking American jobs. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I don't think anybody ever said, let's just, you know what? Let's just kill everything. Let's have the entire workforce replaced by people from out of the country. Now, if that's the way you think, if that's what you think it is, I didn't hear Elon say that. Did you? Anybody hear that? Anybody? Did anybody hear that? I didn't hear that. Did you just say, hey, listen, hey, Vivek, let's just flood now's our chance. Let's flood the country with a bunch of these foreign types just to drive people crazy. What do you say? It's a good idea. We'll bring them in. We'll, next thing you know, and we'll do it under the color of trying to help make things better and everything. Please. This is the most ridiculous thing in the world. Now, as far as Star goes, Soul says, Van Jones insists we call them dreamers. You know what, Van Jones? Dream this. Pilgrim Media says, I'm not plussed and gobsmacked. Oy vey. I'm nonplussed. Now, with what? Nonplussed, one word, by the way. And gobsmacked about what? I'd love to share your idea, but I don't understand it. About what? Spandex says, if I entered Mexico illegally and was caught in Oaxaca, I would be incarcerated in the prison of Pochutla, and would not be released until I came up with $10,000 if I survived. Okay, question. What does that have to do with this? You're right. What does it have to do with anything? What does it have to do with anything? What? If I'm in certain countries and I have a daughter, I'm able to honor kill. Okay, what does it have to do with anything? We don't want that. Linda Hazlitt says 100% agree. Thank you. What's the big deal here? What are we talking about? I don't understand. I really don't understand it. So, Steve, what do you want to do? How do you think, Steve, because he's a genius, Steve, and Laura and Ann Coulter and everybody else, they're all geniuses. What do you think? How are we going to really compete? China, I'll never forget this. I'll never forget him. What was that, Foxconn or something? They talked about a place where people, where they worked, and they said, we need, and by the way, we're not talking manufacturing like, I remember years ago I had somebody, a friend of mine, she told me she went to China. Anything you want made. I want shelves for, no, you don't understand. I'm opening up I got a store, and I need shelves, and I need refrigeration, and I need a cash register, and I need styrofoam miniaturized versions of the pyramid at Giza. Anything you want. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. If you have a product that requires technical work, iPhones and the like, well, tough, something along those lines, you can have 20 to 30,000 MBAs available, or master's degree, or doctoral students, depending upon what you need. Can you believe that? There are factories that have like 250,000 people who work there, and granted, now there's terrible conditions. I'm not suggesting this is, believe me, they're jumping out of the windows. But can you imagine that? We live in a country where our name should be literally bruh. We have people who are arrested for, we have jails burgeoning. We have people who can't, and I know a little bit about this, who can't get driver's licenses, who have expired tags. There are people who, we hit, there is no safety net for, we're not talking old people. We live in a world that, oh my God, reading skills are down to nothing. We are morons. So anyway, Steve Bannon doesn't like this. And again, I'm not saying opening. No. I want to. And by the way, my friends, everybody's running to work that second shift, slinging Slurpees at the 7-Eleven or working at a Wawa overnight, right? Huh? Guess what we have right here? Yes. If you were offered $10,000, order anything. You want to order something? We have Grubhub, delivery, DoorDash, this, that, Uber Eats, blah, blah, blah. The city is filled with delivery constantly. If somebody should give you $10,000, if somebody shows up as some kid, somebody working, just an American kid whose job we don't want to give to this guy, but if you wanted to wait and see my globe, if you wanted to wait for until some high school graduate or somebody working over, you know how long you wait for an American? Forever. They don't hear. They're not here. They're not here. They're not here. Nobody speaks English. Nobody. They're all foreign. Now, do you think that there's some kid who's getting on a job who goes to his mom and dad and says, I can't believe it, my dream of working for DoorDash or Uber Eats has been quashed by some Nigerian? And I mean, no matter how bad the weather is, by God, they're there. And how they find these places, I have no idea. They're negotiating Manhattan. I don't know where they're from. Does Steve Bannon know about this? Does Laura Loomer know about this? Where do you think these people, where are they coming from? Well, obviously, the reason why is because we're paying them dirt. We're paying them. You want to pay more for this? You want an Apple to be, seriously? You want to, fill these with American jobs? Go ahead. Good luck. They don't show up. Americans don't work. Kids today don't work. They want to shelter in place. They want to watch, sit around and get takeout themselves. They want to sit in PJs and their slides and their Uggs. Take their anxiety pills and their edibles and their. We have kids today who are losers, subtards. Subtardates, okay? You like that one better? And I got to hear this nonsense from Steve Bannon, who talks, I don't know what he's talking about. I want people to say, oh my God. Elon says, I build rock. And Bannon's always as smart as, well, Tesla's the only thing you built. You don't know anything about SpaceX. Would you shut up? Who in the fuck is Steve Bannon? Who? I just like his style. I like his words. His words mean nothing. It's braggadocious nonsense. So I ask you again, and I'm waiting for somebody maybe to help me. Maybe you can help me. Do you want to continue living like this? Do you think America is going to be great again or for the first time? Unless we bring in some serious intellectual firepower, you tell me. If you don't, that's fine. We're on our way because we're morons. We are more, and Vivek Ramaswamy is 100% correct. You understand this? L. Green, by the way, says, remember why we're getting rid of the Department of Ed. Vivek just told you why. Well, I hate to say it, but Milton Friedman has been saying this for a long time. It's not just that, but you're right. This is the thing and we're big mouths in this country. We sit back on our ass and we talk about stuff. Maya. The only effort we ever showed collectively was going to a Trump rally. This is the only thing that even remotely looked like some kind of maybe, I don't know, some kind of collective effort or something. We don't march. We voted this time. We have these wonderful ideas, these wonderful thoughts and talks about America. And we love all this stuff. It's a new world right now. And for the longest time, because nobody was watching the ball because of teachers' unions and Randy Weingarten and all these other reasons, we have morons that we are churning out over and over. 1 year, I went, this is how out of it I am. I went one time to it was what is it? I guess you would call it forgive me. It was a high school graduation. And there was they were reading out the GPAs. And I couldn't believe it. There were some people with like a 4.9. I'm thinking, wait a minute, what? Well, extra credit. Everybody had 4.9, 3.0. The white were it was the most ridiculous, overinflated nonsense there is. I'm thinking, let me talk to your best student. And let me see if I can put that best student who did extracurricular. I took AP. Thing. I want you to meet Chang Luke, whatever his name, from Beijing. Okay? He's so-so. He can run rings around you. And he speaks English. They've got a work ethic you can't believe. I mean, they know they're on social media. They're building them. And what do? Nothing. You're sitting around, probably on some kind of probably on your anxiety pills. You know how people are with their anxiety. We're the United States of anxiety today. And I hear for the first time somebody like Vivek say something music to my ears. Look at this guy. You think he's what? Some kind of a double agent for what, India? Seriously? Elon Musk, both of them? Best thing that ever happened in this country? Best thing. And let me also tell you something, and I mean this sincerely. And I hope nobody takes it the wrong way. And Trump is a natural leader in terms of his ability to recognize reality. Okay? But you can take that whole family of his and keep them. Sorry. The best you can do is you got little Donnie running around there. I want this one, and I want this girlfriend, and I'm going to dump this one, and I'm going to dump this one. And I'm saying, we've got children. Big talk. Big talk. They're big talk. Not so much Eric. Eric is the smartest one in the group. I don't know where these people are. J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance did something which, if you think about it, was so incredible in terms of how he came out of nowhere. And did anybody care about him? Barely mention him. They barely mentioned him. Look at Ramaswamy. You think he's what, naturally? You think he's a genius? No, he's not a genius. He just works like an animal because he's from a culture and a family that expects him to work like that. I guarantee you, I remember one time, did you ever meet somebody whose family has a son or a daughter in these, like, basketball camps or baseball camps? You ever seen this? And they have this crazy dream that somehow their stupid kid is going to make the NBA or whatever. It's like, forget it. But they put more money into that. Oh, my God. They will put money in the family. We're going to go. I took my daughter to swimming school. And the best are these, every now and then you'll see them like a Simone Biles or one of these people. They're doing, this training at 4 a.m. and they every waking hour they're jumping and spinning. We got a few. Do we have that for academics? No. But we don't even have a group of people. We don't have scouts. We have scouts for sports, but not for smart people. We don't even recognize smart. We don't care about smart. We don't care about smart. Do you think let me ask you a question. Do you think the podcasters who are the most popular, do you think they're the smartest people? Not even close. Not even close. Now you might say, well, with all due respect, sometimes maybe they don't have the entertainment quotient part of it, which is true. Could very well be true. But do we go out there looking for the best? No. You ask any teacher, do you have one student that's like, wow? He goes, oh yeah, whatever happened to him? I don't know. I don't have time for him. I'm in the public school. Let me tell you about our school system. Let me tell you this. You're going to love this one. Before I forget, Johnny Maz Spaz, I worked under 4 police commissioners from the mid-'80s until the 2000s. The current commissioner is clueless, simply a sad joke. The NYPD is done. Oh, this Tish, she looks like she's got chromosomes missing. Seriously. I swear to God, if they go, ding, 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 just bring her in there. I don't know what's going on. Thank you. This is our police commissioner. She should be the sanitation chief, which I think is nothing to sneeze at. That's important as well. Al Green says, remember why we're getting rid of the Department of Ed. Vivek just told us why. Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you very much. Spandex says, you mean to tell me CCP is not hiring Romerican college students who majored in gender studies? That's not right. That's great. That's right. That's very good. Andrew Hessing says, I was the supervisor for highway and airport construction. Pick up local workers, U.S. citizens, $40 an hour, 2 to 3 days, and they quit. It's hot, it's dirty. What? Absolutely. Johnny Maz the Spaz says, Lionel, I believe you missed my chat. I don't know. Johnny Maz, I think I got your chat, Johnny. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. I have a friend of mine. Let me give you a story. A friend of mine who I'm not going to mention works at a club. Hires a bunch of, porters, people, because the people who are the Mexicans, they come to work and they knock on the door and they, So he had one guy come to him and said, I want to try cooking. He says, cooking? You're a porter. You kind of clean. He goes, well, I've been watching a lot of TV and I think I know how to cook. And his English was so-so. But the guy says, what do you mean? He says, well, you have, I looked at your menu and you have like tacos, or I know how to do it. It's Mexican. I think it was Mexican. Let me show you how to do some things. I'll do the rest. The guy was the best. hardest working person, never misses a day. I one time worked at a place when the great Carnegie Deli was the best deli in the world. I was on the menu. I got it right here somewhere. During the old days, the Carnegie Deli, Sandy Levine, the great Milton Parker. Oh my God, it's the best. There was a guy there he used to take cash to the bank. You know how much cash they had? Did you ever see that? I saw the counting room one time. Not the counting. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, what is this? This is like watching Scarface. What is this? Without the... And he would take this guy, some Mexican, whatever, and say, go to the bank. I don't know how much was it. Who knows? 50,000, 100. I have no idea. And I said, you trust him? He goes, oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding? He's got the keys. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as not trusting them, not hard work. Everybody that works in New York, everybody, if you go to all of I think still the hardest working, and I got my doubts about some of these places. If I wouldn't be, there's some shady going on. But on every, honey, what's 4 on a row of, at least in Manhattan, 4 of these stores are on every block in a row. What are they? 4 of these types of businesses. What are they? No. Well, that's good. Not the participant. Manicures, nail salons, manicures. I don't know how many there are. And they've got pictures. And I know this, please, this is not racist. Please. They have pictures of the girls. I swear to God, they're like the same picture. They've got the license. And their name's like, I'm Sandy. I'm, Lulu. I'm Margot. But they're all day long. And they bust their ass. And they do this stuff. And sometimes they're South American, sometimes Central American. But they do this, and they don't let you go. You want to go? You want a massage? I mean, they're the hardest working people. Not Americans. Americans don't own this store. Chinese do. Chinese are Koreans. Then all the bodegas used to be Koreans. And then the diners were Greeks and this. And then the Pakistanis owned the little kiosks. Hardest working people. Americans? Nothing. We have this attitude. Americans don't work. They don't work. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I would love to see the number of kids, and I'm serious, in the Chinese or Asian communities who have ADD. I used to joke with my friend in Ireland, said, there's one thing you never find in Belfast is an AA meeting. And I know that's not fair, but it was a joke. You think Chinese people have ADD and ADDHD, and I have obstructional imposition? Do you think they have that? Bullshit. They'll slap the hell out of it. You got what? ADD. Oh, no, you don't. We came here. You're going to go to work, and you're going to be better, and you're going to help us or whatever it is. My friend who lived in Queens, you should see in Flushing, Queens. Oh, my God. This one, you can't believe this like a Chinese food emporium. Oh, my. It's the most incredible people. But you think, who are all these people? Where's all this food? They're the most industrial. Anyway, my friend who lived in Flushing said, in his apartment, you can always tell, just Chinese, I guess, they don't ever wear shoes inside their apartment. So you see these shoes outside. It looked like a shoe truck turned over. He's counting the shoes. How many people are in there? They don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. They don't get in the way. They're not busting you don't have to worry about it. If you walk down and you see a Chinese person at 3 a.m, don't worry about them. They're not in the corner shaking. Remember that one Chinese woman with I think she was like one. I don't, right there on Broadway near the park. Remember by the subway station? She stood there. I felt like saying, "How dare you? You're a disgrace." One Chinese woman, and you can't and Americans. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Well, little Michaela, I don't know. Do you want to go to school? I don't know. Michaela, do you have your phone? I don't know. Michaela, I got a job. I don't want to go to the job. Come on, it's a job interview. I don't want to go. I've got anxiety. I'm stressed out. That's America for you. You happy about that? What you call Steve Bannon up? Call Laura Loomer. What do you think we should do about that, Laura? What do you think we should do? Because you guys are the experts, not me. Spandex says, I typed it before and I'll type it again. So went Rome, so will Romerica. Prepare it with Lionel. Indeed. Oh, I'm glad you brought that one up. Don't forget this one. You mentioned it. That's right, my friends. Prepare it with Lionel. When the shit hits the fan and there ain't no food, preparewithlionel.com. Wouldn't that make a great ad on TV? Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Al DeRogatis for Prepare with Lionel. When the shit hits the fan, prepare with Lionel. When all the stores are closed, prepare with Lionel. When you're saying, oh my God, 2 weeks, I'm sure glad we went to Prepare with Lionel. Think it's a joke? Think it's a joke? Think I'm kidding? Think that can't happen here? Steve Bannon ain't going to help you. You got to help yourself. That's all I'm going to say. And by the way, while we're at it, mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, the greatest stuff in the world from the greatest people, Mike Lindell. That's an American. Went through more hell than you can imagine. Oh, I love all these. I love these people. Oh, and I love this. And I left the other day, I heard this biggest bullshit artist. I'm sorry. I'm too salty tonight. Jordan Peterson. Oh my God. Somebody sent me something. And somebody said, he says that you shouldn't, everybody who has 2 neurons from Noam Chomsky on down just rejects this clown. And you don't have to have your goal should not necessarily be eternal happiness. Don't let this. Would you shut up? What is this, namby? You think in China they sit around and do this? Be yourself. Be 100% of yourself. Have this. Be a lobster. Make your bed every day. Do you think they go through this? Seriously. What is the matter with us? I'm lucky, I swear to you, and I didn't realize this at the time. Mrs. Ellerman, we went to Catholic school. I thought nothing of it. We got homework. Okay. We wore uniforms. You wore this. You wore this. This is the nun. Nobody ever gave her a lip. Nobody thought about it. Nobody ever skipped a grade. They say, oh, you think you're smart, huh? Oh, little Timmy. Oh, is Timmy bored? He's bored, is he? Oh, we'll take care of that. Nobody skipped a grade. Nobody. You went back. One kid we heard, I don't think he might have quit. His handwriting, he didn't do the handwriting correctly. I think they held him back. Held him back. I didn't realize how lucky I was at the time. I just did it. We did everything first. We did everything first, way before Catholic school. Public school. We did the cursive writing. We did this. We did multiplication. We did everything. And we just did it. Thought nothing of it. Went to high school. First year, biology. Had to take a test to get into high school. Had to take that, Latin, biology, trigonometry, geometry, of course, calculus, organic chemistry, physics, Latin 4, Latin this, Latin 3, Latin 2. We just thought nothing of it. Nobody said, what do I need calculus for? What? Nobody ever even said that. Nobody acted up. Nobody. I guess I first started like 1971, towards the summer, and then, so 2 years after Woodstock, It was groovy. We were rebelling. Nobody was on dope or drunk or nobody got hit. Nothing. I don't know what it was. It was the weirdest thing. And your parents paid for this. We paid money for the school and you worked hard and it was expected. Nobody slacked off. Nobody. I don't understand it. I don't understand. Nobody ever had anxiety problems. We didn't have peanut allergies. I didn't know anybody on the spectrum. Now, we can argue about vaccines. We can argue about that all day long. I'm no expert in that. All I know is it was just wow. Wow. And it was one of the worst periods of time. Vietnam War. Slides, sweats, hoodies, tats, piercings, vaping, Xanax is the future of America. Rest assured, we are in great hands. Literally, bruh. I hope so. So let me say something officially to Vivek and to Elon. I want more from you. Piss them off. Who in the hell is Laura Loomer? Again, I like her. I like her spunk. Who is she? Who is she? No, I'm serious. And the one I will never understand, Ann Coulter. Okay. Always pissed off. Fitusa, Chiangelina. She's got that funja face all the time. Always pissed off. This Fabissima, kind of a yenta. Harridan, always angry. With that clipped, here's a great word. This is from my, this is the best book in the world. This is Dimbox, Epops, and Other Quitums. This is my favorite word. This describes her. It's dentological. Let me get it correctly. See if I get this one's correct. This is, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Dontological. No, dentriloquist. I got it wrong. I never can remember this word. It's like ventriloquist, but okay. Dentriloquist. Look at this. This is the best word. For her. This also describes Peggy Noonan a little bit. Dentriloquist is the tight bite who speaks with closed or nearly closed choppers, literally through clenched teeth. Does one become a dentriloquist through hereditary family traits? Possibly. Though keeping the teeth locked may also be a way to keep a grip on the emotions or even to keep from biting someone. Dentriloquists include Connecticut debutantes, seething parents, failed ventriloquists, and Clint Eastwood. She's a ventriloquist. She talks like this. She has kind of a lisp, a little bit of a lisp, kind of a little something. Who is she? No, I'm serious. And you know who I see eye to eye with? Alex Jones. Alex Jones says something, but nobody ever says, well, Alex Jones is causing quite a stir in the, by the way, best thing for your keyboard. Best thing to pick up little crumbs and things like that. Also, you can do a soft shoe and you can do a... Anyway, I was reading before and they were saying, it's a big problem, a big schism, a chasm, a big deal in MAGA. I'm not MAGA. What is MAGA? What are you talking about? It's President Trump. He's going to do his thing. Now, I'm not happy with everybody. The biggest jabroni of them all is Marco Rubio. Oh, good. And you got that complete jerk-off, Seb Gorka. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's just in the background. Seb Gorka. You know, he could do his Dracula imitation. I don't know what his phony baloney, whatever. You know, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. Elise Stefanik. Okay, go to the she's the ambassador to the UN. That's like being the ambassador to like the model UN. What do these people do? But that's okay. That's all right. Pete Hegseth made it. Would I pick him? No. But if the president's happy, I can't believe he even got near Matt Gaetz. Oh, and a lot of people say they framed Matt Gaetz. Are you kidding me? Seriously. Are you? There's one thing about the MAGA group. First of all, number one, there's no loyalty. We always jump at the president. Democrats don't do that. Never. And number two, Republicans are like the most naive people. You can be the biggest pervert, the biggest seething pederast, catamite. You can be whatever you want. You can be a paraphile. And as long as they like you, I like them, you're in. They fight for you. It's like, are you kidding me? Why are we spending money on this jerk? What is the matter with you? Do you not know a perv when you see one? Are you out of your mind? George Santos? Is that Andrew Tate? What is the matter? What do you need? What kind of character alarm buttons here? I don't know. Because MAGA is a world of personality. It's a fan club. It's like, I like people who say, I like Greg Gutbucket or something. Did you remember anybody in my generation ever say, I like John Chancellor? I like Garrick Utley. I like did you like Frank Morgan? Did you like Richard Threlkeld? Did you who? We didn't I mean, maybe we it was Cronkite or something like that. But today it's the personality. And we like the personality. It was like Hannity's marrying England. Good for them. I wish them the best. Mazel tov. Isn't that great? I don't know. What do I care? Well, Barbara Walters and remember who was a senator? She was, remember that one? Nobody cared about that. Nobody cared about that. We actually, Sean Hannity getting engaged is a news story? Are you kidding me? By the way, it was so funny just now. I've got these wonderful people. The Azerbaijan story. Think anybody's talking about that? No. Saw one of the best pieces. I implore you. Bruh, literally. I ask you, I beg you to watch The Gray Zone, Max Blumenthal and Aaron Mate on Clarissa Ward. Oh my God. What a phony. Do you know if Mother Teresa is fictional? Do you know is she fictional? What does that mean? Is she fictional? What does that mean? What does that mean? Joseph Sola asked a question. Who gets married at 60? WTF? At first I thought, wait a minute. Because people deserve whatever it is. But you think to yourself, that's a great question. That's really one of the best questions there is. Mother Teresa was a real person, but a fraud. An absolute fraud. Remember what she did? Oh, you don't want to hear what she did. Oh, my God. About her clinics and everything like that. No, but she existed. I think we were born on the same birthday or same day. I think we were. I think. So anyway, that's where we are. That's the one. Let me see. Let me see what else we got here. That's about it. I think I've done enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in President Trump? I do. You know why? That's why I voted for him. I say, God bless Vivek and Elon for waking up people and realizing how so much of our culture, which is true. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. Do you know any Eagle Scouts here? I never got the whole thing. I think I went through Cub Scouts and said, the hell with this. I could also forge my parents' signature My father's in particular. And I could do everything. I mean, I could do mountaineering. You're a mountaineer? Well, I did it right here. Wait a minute, you went to the tundra, the frozen, the Antarctica? Well, I got it right here. My parents signed it. Did you forge this? You better believe it. Is there a merit badge for forgery? Because I'm damn good at this. But when somebody becomes an Eagle Scout, you know the determination that takes? Is that ever talked about in the paper? Nope. But if somebody gets a Division II title for whatever it is or something, bread and circuses, juvenile, we absolutely said it 100%. Stephen Lynch said, Happy New Year to Uncle Lenny and Mrs. L. Thank you so much. On my honor, I will do my best. No, I will try. I like that, Lady Cara. On my honor, I'll try. I'll give it a shot. I'm not going to. On my honor, no, to do my best, to do my duty to God and His country. And then remember the 3 versus the 2 or whatever it was. Very militaristic. Lord Baden-Powell. I thought it was a bit odd, very frankly. Andrew Hessing said, the generation of peace love Vietnam is also the same generation that got us into this corruption. Hard to predict what generation will do. What each one? Well, look at Herman Munster. Look at John Kerry. He was Vietnam, didn't teach him a damn thing about anything. Nothing. No, we're the generation that fights still about things like, I guess, gender. I promise you, this is weird. During the 60s, 50s to 60s, when civil rights proponents became who they were or rose at the top, nobody said, all right, we're going to give you your rights, but let me tell you something. I'm never going to forget that crap you put me through. No, nobody thought that. It's, excuse me. They're asking for rights. They're entitled to them. No problem. I understand it. But when I think of the bullshit I had to go through, and you had to go through, with this trans stuff and the pronouns and all this nonsense, and I still see these demented freaks, these freaks of nature who are still talking into their phones, and then I put my nail polish on and I'm a teacher. I'm not going to forget this. I am not going to forget this. Believe me when I tell you this. I'm not going to forget this. I'm not going to let this go. I'm not going to just sit back and say, okay. Oh, no. I'm not going to forget any of it. What you put me through, and all of us through this nonsense, what you did to those kids, what doctors did, I will never in my life, how the medical professional, what they did, what they put us through, how they sat back and rolled over, and how these freaks in these schools, and we also brought in trans, I will never forget that. You have scarred me. Everything else I can take, not that one. Not that one. Absolutely not. And then even, dear friends, let me say right now to our dear friends, to Andrew Hessing, Stephen Lynch, Teresa Skinner. Thank you, Lionel. Thank you, Teresa. I think I missed that. Spandex said, appreciate that. Spandex, Soul 76, Johnny Mads a Spaz, L Green, Mr. Green Jeans, Linda Haslett, Pilgrim Media, Soul 76. Thank you. Thank you for not what you are, but for what you appear to be. I've been telling that for so long, and I think it's one of the funniest things. Thank you, not for what you are, but for what you appear to be. What does it even mean? Don't forget that great line from the movie Roxanne, where Fred Willard plays the mayor. And he says, I'd rather be with you people than the finest people in the world. One of the funniest stories. One of the two, let's say, another great one. Let's say you're talking to your dentist, say, Jerry, when they read the names of the great dentists of all times, you're going to be out there listening. And I mean that sincerely. So in any event, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything. It's 43. It's going to rain, I think, tomorrow. Getting a little kind of nippy. It was nice. New Year's Eve coming up. We're going to go through that usual. I actually heard somebody on Fox News in the background. Somebody had somebody somewhere. They said, and what are we going to do with the leftovers? Here's our, it's like, are you doing a leftover stuff? Bruh, literally, bruh. Anyway, so thank you. You have a great and a glorious day. Don't forget to follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warrior. She has a brand new video coming up. And also, I've got one. I was on Sean Atwood last night. The Sean Atwood show. Oh, it was a beaut and a half. I mean, it was great, and people loved it. So that one's coming up, and I'm going to be putting up for that. I'm going to put that up probably maybe, I don't know, 9-ish, maybe an hour from now. So anyway, those who are Lionel members get to see that, of course, first. So that's that. All right, my dear friends, have a great and a glorious and a beauteous day. I mean that sincerely. Thank you so much for your attention, seriously, and your being here. But remember, I want to win. And for people like, Steve Bannon and Laura and others, shut up. Nobody's listening to you. We never voted for you. We never voted for you. You got that? Capiche? Okay, my friends. Have a great and glorious day. See you tomorrow. Don't forget the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.